Let's get right to the tapes, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just get right to the tapes.
Hey, TikTok, I told you that when I came back, I would share some information with this platform. So at 4:30, I came on and I shared this. No other network has done this. You've seen it first right here with me. Breaking news. Jeffrey Metcalf. I broke it. I broke it to the internet. Now, if you see it anywhere else, just know where they got it from. They got it from me. No other news network, no other TikToker, no other creator has this. So, I'm asking you now to share this video to everybody. I want this video on everybody FYP. You see, the more people that sees this, it creates support for Anthony. Because the narrative needs to be changed. I honestly think in my heart of hearts that those boys wouldn't be the boys they are if it wasn't for this clown. That's why I say Anthony needs to be released at his own recognizance, and this clown needs to take his fucking place. Don't like this video. Like it, repost it, and share it.
Yo nigga about that paper.
Ringo TV.
Yo nigga about that paper. Yo nigga about that paper. Yo nigga about that paper.
Ringo TV.
Yeah. True man, I'm free. I wake up a new episode. I pop out clean as keep me up a level though. She talk to me like I'm not me. I get it though. Yeah. I'm so eclectic, on me to the credits roll. Talk down to me, they might have to send medical. I'm out the league, I'm OD, they pathetic though. Look how I move, I'm protected. Shawty so swoon in my presence. The world going through it outside, they unruly, but I keep it cool, they can't press me. I keep it pure with intention. They see what I'm on, ain't no vixen. I might slide through with that top down. I keep it tuned with a high power. Put it on me, I'm blessed. Young nigga blessed. Big bag, manifest the sky, no stress. Keep no evil around me, can't ground me. I built it since when I had less. No hex on, God can't pause, nigga, look at how far we progress. Whatever we doing, we keeping it fluid, I don't see a threat. Nigga about that paper.
Ringo TV.
Yo nigga about that paper. Yo nigga about that paper. Yo nigga about that paper. Hop on that jet, had to switch to the coast. One of a kind, I've been playing that role. They pay me, I needed it for. It's real if I said I meant what I spoke. I'm legend, it's written, I shake up the city. Spin block till I'm dizzy, won't ever go broke. I'm chose, I must like do it at top down. I keep in tune with a high power. Put it on me, I'm blessed. Young nigga blessed. Big bag, manifest the sky, no stress. Keep no evil around me, can't ground me. I built it since when I had less. No hex on, God can't pause, nigga, look at how far we progress. Whatever we doing, we keeping it fluid, I don't see a threat. Nigga about that paper.
Ringo TV.
Yo nigga about that paper. Yo nigga about that paper. Yo nigga about that paper. Put it on me, I'm blessed. Big bag, but I fix the sky, no stress. Can't ground me, I know this since when I had less. Yeah, how far we progress. Lord, I don't see a threat.
Hey, TikTok, I told you that when I came back, I would share some information with this platform. So at 4:30, I came on and I shared this.
What exactly did you share? What exactly did you do? Because it seems like you're just wasting everybody's time, sir. You went and digged up some old dirt on the father when the father have absolutely nothing to do with this case. The father have nothing to do with this case. To all the ladies that might be viewing this live stream, I want you to listen to me very carefully. Moving forward, If a black man have a felony, been arrested, have any sort of criminal past, avoid him. Moving forward, ladies, if you're even entertaining a man, do your research, do your due diligence, and find out about his past. Because if what they're doing right now towards Jeffrey Charles Metcalf is something that we're going to now play, then let's play the game. Let's play it the right way. So what I'm calling for is for all ladies, all black women at the sound of my voice, all black women, don't do business with a black man if he got a felony. I'm calling for all white people. If we're going to play this game, let's play it the right way. To all white viewers, if a black man have a felony, been arrested, don't do business with him. Heck, don't even hire him. How about that? Let's go that far. If a black man have a criminal history, felons and everything, don't even hire him for a job. Don't even hire him. Yeah. If we're going to play this game, let's play it the right way. Let's not dance around this one. Oh, y'all played with the right one. I'm the right one to do this kind of content, because what they're trying to do is bring up some dirt on the father to try to say, well, because the father was arrested in 2011 for SA, let's look at him as a horrible person so that we can paint his sons as horrible. Well, if that's the case, then to all the black women, basically what black people are doing today is they're trying to take the deceased young man, the man that is dead. His father is grieving the loss. Black people are saying, you know what? Forget about him grieving. Let's find some dirt. Let's dig up his past and find an arrest from 2011. 2011. To paint a narrative that because the father was arrested in 2011, his sons must be bullies. His sons gotta be criminals. And here's another thing that black people are doing. You know how the father went hunting with his boys? They went hunting. So you see the boys with the guns. Black people are taking the images with the two twins with the guns to make it look like they're killers. To make it look like they're deranged white kids that are shooting schools. That's the image that black people are pushing. They're going to call me a coon. They're going to call me a Sambo. They're going to call me everything but a child of God. The problem that we have in today's culture, ladies and gentlemen, is that black people are racist. This issue with Carmelo turned into a race war. Black people would not even care if it was a black on black crime situation. They would not be banding for Carmelo. They wouldn't even care. If Tyrone shot Marquise in the ghetto in the projects, nobody would care in the black community. Nobody would give it any attention. Black people are looking at this situation as get back to white people. I seen comments from black people suggesting that, hey, white people been killing our kids. How do they feel when one of theirs are dead now? I'm like, wow, if that doesn't says racism, I don't know what else to speak. Because what's going on in the black community is we're not fighting for justice. We're just full of hate. So to see Carmelo kill the white boy, it wasn't a case of justice. It's a case of, yes, finally, one of our people killed one of theirs. So we're all trying to band around that one in order to make that person look like some sort of hero in the black community. And you have a lot of elder black men that can't see past their own hate. Black people are racist. And all of you ninjas that can't stand me, I don't really care, bro. You could call me a coon, Sambo. You could say whatever you want. The real raccoon are the ninjas that are banding to support a killer. That's a coon. All of you raccoons that are banding to support Carmelo are the raccoons of the year, because what you're doing is you're showing your hypocrisy, because you would never put this much energy into a situation that involved two black men. How many times have black people killed black people and we don't even care? Just the other day, you had Lil Ronnie that got killed with his daughter. They killed a black man and his daughter at a car wash. Where were all you content creators to say, hey, let's raise money for Lil Ronnie's family? Y'all didn't care. Y'all still don't care. You already forgot about the story. New story. How many rappers that we lost? How many rappers died at the hands of another black man? And nobody cares because it's normal for black people to kill black people. But because this is a situation that involves a white boy, now all of a sudden it became a race issue. Not an issue of right versus wrong. No, it's black versus white. So all the black racists in society are banding together to fight against what they call white supremacy. Anytime you hear any ninja talking about white supremacy, that is a loser. That is a weak ass ninja that is lazy, don't want to work, don't want to build, don't want to educate himself. And he got all this hate in his heart for everybody else, but no hate for himself for being lazy. The black community should be embarrassed and ashamed. You guys are literally banding behind a young man who murdered another teenager, not in self-defense, but premeditated murder. Self-defense under the law in Texas says that Austin should have been coming at Austin with either a weapon or executing deadly force on Carmelo. If Austin was not in a position of executing deadly force to take the life of Carmelo, there is no need for Carmelo to use deadly force with a knife. So all of that self-defense, that goes right out the window when it comes to the state of Texas. It's not going to hold up. He will serve time in prison. And all of you racist blacks, you're going to cry when the verdict is read. You mark my words. When that verdict is read, you are going to cry. Because according to the law of the land in Texas, there is no self-defense in this particular case. There's no self-defense. So what you're going to see when the judge really render their judgment is a lot of you ninjas going to be crying. Why? Because your hero, Carmelo, is going to jail. And when he go to jail, you're going to cry because your hero have fallen. You think that by y'all banding together to help him to get out of prison, that somehow your hero is vindicated by your actions. But you would never do this when it's a black on black crime situation. When Marquise shoot Laquan, you don't care. You don't set up no GoFundMe. You don't set up no fundraisers. You don't give a damn. You go to any of these damn content creators' so-called neighborhoods and look at all the crime going on. You don't see them talking about nothing. Crime is happening every day in the black community. They don't give a fuck. All they care about is this situation. You know why? The money. They're making money. They're getting views. They're getting the attention. That's the only fucking thing that matters to these devils. Selective outrage. None of these damn animals care about Carmelo. None of them care about the truth. It's just another story to produce more hate in the viewer. You good people that watch the content, you got to understand something about these content creators. These content creators are hustlers and pimps, and their hustle is social media. If they can use the hatred that you have in your heart, if they can use the experiences you had with white people, the insecurities you have, the trauma that you have, and play on those emotions and make you feel like Carmelo is a martyr, a hero for black people, an activist. You folks are literally lifting up Carmelo as if though he's a Dr. King. You're lifting him up as if though he's a Malcolm X. You're literally lifting up this damn bastard, this killer, this savage. You're lifting him up as if though he did the right thing. No, Carmelo was a coward, because if a man put a hand on you, why don't you put hands back on him? But no, he pulled out a knife and he plunged it in his heart. Why? Because he wanted to kill him. That was not self-defense. That was premeditated murder. But when you tell this to the ninja, they cry foul play. And what they'll do to you is, if you're a black man like me, they'll call you a coon, they'll call you a Sambo, they'll call you all of these names. But what you viewers must understand about these content creators, they need you to be filled with hate in order for them to make that check. They need you viewers to be filled with hate, because that's how they get paid. Go to these content creator pages and look at their views. Look at the people that are watching their show. Those are the real victims in all of this, because these content creators know that Carmelo is guilty, but they don't care. They're going to ride the narrative and ride that train of acting like they standing for black people when they don't give a fuck about black people. Because if they did, they would be in the black community cleaning up all the damn crime. They don't care about black people. But they come on YouTube to raccoon on these YouTube streets, acting as if though they fighting for justice, but you never see them in the streets. You never see them in the projects. You never see them on the block. You never see them going to the penitentiary to talk to the inmates to try to get them prepared for society. They don't care. What they care about is that Cash App. What they care about is that Super Chat. What they care about is that Venmo. That's what they care about. Do you understand me? This damn animal that you see on the video speaking against the father should be ashamed of himself. And I'm pretty sure that dude right there, I'm pretty sure he's a felon. And to all the sisters that are viewing right now, to all the white women that are viewing right now, but primarily the black woman, because it's black men that are doing this. So I'm telling you, sisters, when you see a black man, you find out about his criminal past. You find out about if he's a felon. You find out what his paperwork is like. Pull up his file so you can find out, did he commit a crime? Did he rob someone? Do he have grape charges, SA charges? You need to find out about his past before you even get with him. Because I'm telling you right now, if we're gonna play this game, let's play this game the right way. To the white community, Do not hire a ninja if he got a felony. Do not hire a ninja if he got a prison record. Deny him access. I don't care. I don't care. If we're gonna play this game, let's play it right. Let's play it out fair. Let's do the right thing. No sugarcoating. No sugarcoating. Do not feel sorry. Do not listen. This is why President Trump did what he had to do so that he could eliminate all these damn programs that is allowing black folk to get inside certain jobs and certain things just because and so and so and so. No, the only people that should be hired are the people who qualify. That's it. Forget all of that stuff about trying to put people in. No, let's do it the right way. If you didn't earn your way, you don't deserve nothing. If you don't got the credentials, you don't deserve nothing. I don't care what nobody say. If we're gonna play this game, let's play it the right way. You could get mad. You could tell me I'm a coon. You could tell me I'm Sambo. You could tell me whatever you gotta say. I'm a black man. I'm a father. I'm a husband. I'm a real man. And all you ninjas on YouTube, you should be ashamed of yourself because you're only doing it for the dollar. If there was no money to be made on YouTube, you wouldn't even be here. None of you content creators would even be here if there was no money to be made. You would not be standing up. You would not be fighting for Carmelo. If there was no Cash App, no Venmo, no Super Chat, you would be gone. And that's a fact. None of these ninjas would be on YouTube even making videos if there was no money to be made. If there was no money to be made, they wouldn't even be here, dog. I'm telling you facts, dog. So now, let's get to this damn animal you see on the screen here. This demon took it upon himself to go look for some dirt on the father, a father that is grieving the loss of his son. How low could you be that you have a father grieving the loss of his son, and rather than you give your condolences, rather than you just let the case play out, you want to go and find dirt on the father and bring it to social media to spin a narrative as if though the father is out there sexually assaulting people, when this is from 2011. Let's play the tape.
Hey, TikTok, I told you that when I came back, I would share some information with this platform. So at 4:30, I came on and I shared this.
Disgusting.
No other network has done this.
Why would they? Why would any other network need to share that? What the fuck does that have to do with this case? What does that have to do with this damn animal here that killed the teen? What does the father's past have to do with anything? We all got a past. We all got dirt. You understand? What is the point of you digging up dead bones to try to throw shade on the father so that the court of public opinion will look at the father as if though he's some sort of bad person out here SAing people? You don't know if that man did time in prison. You don't know if those charges are bogus and fake. You don't even know the severity of the problem. You just running with a narrative because it seems juicy. Because it's sensational. You're trying to sensationalize this man's past in order for you to get clicks and views. And then you got the content creators that are spinning the same story to promote hate, to promote violence, so that our people can become racist. When I tell you, man, black people are so sad right now when it comes to this case, man. You guys are looking so bad. Nobody respects you right now. Right is right and wrong is wrong. Even the law in Texas clearly tell you that what Carmelo did was not self-defense at all, ladies and gentlemen. What Carmelo did was murder. Let's put the law up on the screen for you guys. Let's check it out. This is the law. These are the statutes. This is what you can go by when it comes to self-defense in the state of Texas. And I pretty much shared this already multiple times. You got two options you can do. You can use force or you can use deadly force. And it gives you the circumstances by which you can do this. Now, on that particular website, it gives you the statutes of what you can or can't do based on protecting yourself, the castle doctrine, how you can be able to protect yourself in your house, in your car, in the streets, and so on and so forth. Now, let's check out what it says, gang. The use of force justified when reasonably believed immediately necessary to protect against another's unlawful force. So now, in the case of Carmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf, was there a situation presented where Metcalf was about to kill or execute bodily harm that threatened the life of Carmelo? The answer is no. Circumstances was not there. So the only thing that Carmelo was justified in doing was using force, which means if a man put his hands on you, okay, you put your hands on him and you keep it pushing. Fight get broken up, a case of self-defense. Why? He put his hands on me or he pushed me and I push him back. That's justified. But if Austin put his hands on him or pushed him or did anything of that sort, and Carmelo jumps to option number 2, use of deadly force, that don't comply. That's not justified. Why? Let's look at the circumstances. The use of deadly force, justified when reasonably believed immediately necessary to protect against another's use of deadly force or to prevent death, serious bodily injury, or the commission of violent crimes such as aggravated kidnapping, murder, sexual assault, or robbery. Do you see the difference? So when you look at this, there is no self-defense. Carmelo is going to prison.
Come on now, dog.
There's no doubt about it.
Come on, man.
There's no doubt about it. Carmelo is going to prison because the circumstances and the justification for the use of deadly force was not present. It was not present because Austin did not approach him with the use of deadly force. He had no weapon, no knife, no gun. So he was not in danger of losing his life. But Carmelo felt the need to pull out a knife and plunge it in his heart. That's murder. No self-defense. All of the rumors that are going around on social media was started by black people. Black people started the rumor that, oh, the white boys were bullying. Okay, let's play devil's advocate. If the white boys were bullying Carmelo, why would Carmelo stay in the same spot? Why would Carmelo go to an area if these men were known to be bullies? Why would Carmelo go in the face of bullies and sit or try to sit in a spot where he's being bullied? Why not just leave? Why not just go? No, Carmelo went there with the intent to be a thug, to be a gangster. And guess what? Now he's fighting for his life. Why did he run? If Carmelo did what he did out of self-defense, why did he run? Why did he run? Why did he run? Why did he run? Why would you run? If I know I did what I had to do and it's self-defense, I'm not running nowhere. If you come to my house, you kicking in my door, you got a gun, my family is in the crib, and I feel like our lives are in danger, I'm putting you in a box. I'm going to literally in your life. And I'm going to sit right there and I'm going to call the police. Be like, yo, dude tried to break in. He kicked in the door. I put a bullet in his head. He dead. He in the front right there. My gun is down. I have it on the counter. I'm outside waiting on the police. Pretty much that's it. I'll be waiting outside for the law to come. Policeman come up. I'm going to be like this. I'm like, the gun is right inside on the counter on the top there. Body is right there by the front. He came into the house. Everything's on camera. You could check everything. And I'm like this. I'm cool. You know why? Because I know I stood my ground. In the state of North Carolina, you can stand your ground. And it is what it is. But in this particular case here, this is not a stand your ground situation. This is not a case of self-defense. This is a case of a young man that made the wrong choice, and you got black people defending him because he's black. Not because he did the right thing. No, because he's black. They're judging this by he's black. But if Carmelo killed any of you black people's kids, you would not be banding with him. You know why? Because it's a black on black situation. Anytime it's black and white, all of a sudden it becomes a race issue. Why? Because black people are racist and the hatred they have for white people come out. We don't see right and wrong right now. All we see is, I'm glad they killed the white boy. That is how the black community is moving right now. They're not thinking about, well, damn, Ringo he's actually right. Based on the law in Texas, it's not looking good for Carmelo. That was not a case of self-defense. But they'll call me a coon. They'll say I'm a Sambo. You know why? Because I'm not joining in that ninja-ish. See, I'm not cut from that cloth like you racist. I'm totally different from you. I'm actually a man. And half of these dudes on YouTube are felons with criminal history, criminal records. So what if we judge you? What if we judge all you content creators by your criminal past? What if we pull up your paperwork and bring it to YouTube and put it on Front Street and judge you? What if you got kids and we judge your children by your past and say, well, because you was arrested in the past and served 7 years, 10 years, you did a 10-year bid, then most likely your children are going to be as dysfunctional as you. Should we do that? Should we condemn you? Is that the way we should play things out in 2025? Should we judge everybody based on their criminal past? So let's say, for example, you a brother, you burglarized a house, you did a bid, you came home. Should we judge your kids because of what you did? Even though your kids is in college, even though your kids is in school getting good grades, should we judge your children based on your history? Because based on the situation here, based on the situation at hand, Metcalf Sr., his kids are doing pretty well in school. Good grades, into sports, they're not in no trouble. So why would you guys go dig up the father's past to try to throw dirt on his name, to try to throw that on his kids when his son is dead? How fucked up could you be? He's mourning the loss of his son, god damn it. And here you ninjas are throwing damn near salt on his wounds. You're throwing salt on the father's wounds, knowing that the man is grieving for his children, and here you are going on TikTok to do this evil. And this damn demon that you see in the middle of the screen feel justified in doing this. He feel like he accomplished something with his life. And I can guarantee you he got a felony. I guarantee you if the internet do their research on this fella with the cowboy hat, if the internet go dig up his history, I guarantee you he got dirt. I guarantee you there's dirt. I'm calling for the internet. I'm calling for the internet. All you folks out there that know how to go out there and get those receipts and do your little searches, y'all know how y'all do. Go pull up this dude's file. Pull up his file and bring it to social media. Do him a favor and bring his file so we can see exactly where he came from and what kind of dirt he got. Do it. Do it. Y'all know how to get that info. Get that info and bring it to the net so we can put it out. Matter of fact, when y'all get the info about this dude, send it to my Instagram at Ringo TV Raw on Instagram, and I will air him out. I'll expose his whole past and shut him down immediately, dog. No cap. Let's get to the tapes. Let's get to the tapes and see what he did, fam.
Hey, TikTok, I told you that when I came back, I would share some information with this platform. So at 4:30, I came on and I shared this.
A total waste of time.
No other network has done this. You've seen it first right here with me. Breaking news. Jeffrey Metcalf.
And you have an arrow pointing to SA. So what do you want us to do with this? You want us to look at the father as a monster? Do we even know if he served time in prison? Did you put that info out? Did you tell the public, like, hey, the father served time in prison, he did his bid, he came home? Did you tell us that? No. You're sensationalizing a story to get views and clicks and shape public opinion so that we can all look at the man as an animal. So we could look at him the way y'all did R. Kelly. The same way, this is the same method. This is how black people get down, guys. This is propaganda. That's all this is. It's when you take someone's past and you throw it out there and you try to paint a narrative that, hey, like father, like son. So if his father did this, then the son must have had these tendencies. Well, if that's the case, every black man at the sound of my voice that been arrested, that have a felony, guess what? Your kids ain't shit. Your kids ain't ish. If that's the case, if we're going to play by that, your kids are the same just like you. If we're going to judge people by their past, then your children is just like you. And there's no way around it.
I broke it. I broke it to the internet.
You broke what to the internet, sir? You didn't break nothing to the internet because this is old news from 2011. You went out there looking for dirt. I hope somebody can break the news about your past. I hope. It'll be so interesting to find out what you did in your past. I would just love to know what kind of criminal history you got. Because I'm telling you, a lot of you people that love to do stuff like this be having a lot of dirt in the closet. You be surprised. Bro man in a cowboy hat probably have a SA charge against him too. You never know. You never know. Listen, to all you detectives out there, go dig up the dirt on this guy, man. I'm telling you, go dig up the dirt. Find out his real name, find out his info, and do y'all searches on him. I'm telling you, he got something to hide. When you see people going this hard in the paint to try to throw somebody under the bus to find dirt, normally they got dirt too. They got dirt. They just don't want nobody to know, because they want the focus to be on the father. You understand? The father even came in the public trying to tell the people, this is not about race. Let's not be too quick to judge. He talked about himself serving God and he's believing in prayer and this and that. And you got black men on YouTube saying, forget about his faith. Forget about this. Forget about that. So let me get this straight. So all you brothers that been to the penitentiary, you mean to tell me if you found Islam, if you found God, if you found Jesus, if you found this, and you rehabilitated yourself and you got yourself right while in the penitentiary and you serve a new leave on life, you're telling us that all of those black men that changed their life, we need to ignore the fact that they found religion, they found Jesus Christ, they found Islam, they found some faith. You're telling us we need to just forget about that all of those guys are just fake, right? This is crazy. And what they're basically doing to the father is they're saying, hey, it doesn't matter if he found Jesus. It doesn't matter if he changed his life. He's all fake. They're just saying that. And then you got black content creators saying that this is how white people do, that white people paint these type of narratives and they play this game to make the people believe that they're innocent. And then now they're going around saying, oh, the media is hiding the past of the father. The media is hiding the fact that the father got arrested. First of all, the father is not on trial. So there's no need to talk about the father. You understand? The father is not on trial. The one that is going to be tried is Carmelo. He's the one who committed murder. The father didn't murder nobody. So why y'all trying to rehash old news and try to make it relevant today? That's sick. It's toxic. You're sensationalizing a story. It shows how sick and wicked you are, that you really don't got no dirt on anybody. You really don't got nothing. First of all, you don't got no dirt on his sons. Y'all don't got nothing on his sons. So you went after the father. You ninjas, you animals, you savages, you racist blacks, you don't got no dirt on his sons. Nothing. Their records is clean. So you decided to hunt down the father's records, to try to use the father's records to put on his sons. How fucking evil are you people, bro? That's sick. That's like if we go into the past of Carmelo. What if we go into the Carmelo history past and go look up his father to see what kind of arrest his father got? Y'all need to go out there and do that. Go check out Carmelo's father. Look at his father's arrest history. Go look at his father's fathers. What kind of dumb stuff is this? So now we're being judged by our father's histories and our father's arrests, not on what we've done? What kind of sick world we live in? This don't even make no damn sense, fam. Absolutely sick, man. Let's get to the tape.
Now, if you see it anywhere else, just know where they got it from. They got it from me. No other news network, no other TikToker, no other creator.
Nobody gives a fuck what you got, dude. Like, who the hell you are talking about? Oh, they got it from me. If anybody else talking about it, they got it from me. If anybody got this, not from no TikToker, not from no YouTuber, they got it from me. Like you done got the secret sauce of what we needed in this case. So what? So what? You got an arrest record warrant, whatever the case is, on the father. How many content creators got felonies? How many of you content creators are willing to bring up your file for all of us on YouTube to know about? Where is it? How many of you content creators are willing to expose your felonies? How many times you've been arrested? The petty theft, felonies, carjackings, burglaries, selling drugs. How many of you guys want to do that? Bring out your file so we can see your file. Because guess what? If you got any felonies, any arrests for drugs, then guess what? Today, 2025, you're the same person. You're the same person because that's what you're doing right now. You're trying to paint the narrative that the father is somehow evil, therefore his sons inherently is evil like him. In other words, if the father did a SA act and got arrested for it, then most likely his sons must be the same way. I seen people literally saying that, oh, if his father got arrested for some SA assault or whatever the case is, that's a form of bullying. So therefore, his sons must have been bullying too. His sons must have been doing this and doing that. That's what's going on right now, fam. When I tell you that black people are done, bro, they're absolutely done. And listen, let me make this very publicly clear, fam. To all of you ninjas out there that with the name calling, with all of you're walking in feminine energy. Remember what Kevin Samuels used to say? Shame, guilt, insults, and the need to be right. That's exactly what you guys are doing. You're acting like women. The truth is, you coons are literally out here harboring a criminal, a man who committed a crime, and you're making it seem like he's a hero. That's what you're doing. So the real raccoon are the so-called raccoons that are defending Carmelo. That's what you call a raccoon, because you're basically saying that he's good. So let me get this straight. Carmelo walking down the street, a 5-year-old pulls out a BB gun. A BB gun. There's no BBs in it, but he pulls it out and he points it at Carmelo. Carmelo sees the young boy doing that, pulls out a knife and stabs the young boy in his heart. How many people are going to be banding with Carmelo? He just killed a 5-year-old boy. Crickets. Crickets. That's my point. You're a bunch of hypocrites. You're not going to be banding with him. Y'all going to be disgusted. Y'all going to be like, you killed a 5-year-old child? He didn't know no better. He didn't know what he was doing. He didn't even understand. Why would you kill? Why would you stab him? Why would you do that? Y'all wouldn't raise no money for him. Y'all wouldn't do nothing for him because you know he wrong. But the reason why black people are banding with this animal is because he's black and nothing more. just because he's black. Because he's black, they're like, I got to stick with my own. Y'all sick. I'm not a part of that mess. That's racist. You folks are racist. All I'm saying is this, guys. Please keep the same energy. Please keep the same energy when the tables are reversed. When the tables are reversed and there is a white man that stabs a black kid in the heart and he says self-defense, I want y'all to make sure y'all put money in his fundraiser. I want y'all to keep that same energy and be like, well, the white boy was defending himself because after all, the boy was a thug and he was bullying him too. That's why the white boy had to kill him. Keep the same energy. You won't. You will call the white guy a racist because this is typical of what black people do. The hatred that you have in your heart for white people runs deep. Yes, there are racist whites in the world that hate black people with a passion, but you ninjas are no different. You can be as racist as white people are too, and you don't want to acknowledge that truth. This case is so simple to understand, but you guys turned it into race because these content creators been influencing you and brainwashing you into being hateful and wicked. And now you got this damn dog on the screen throwing dirt on the father who's grieving over his son. Imagine that man is grieving over his son, and here you are online talking about an arrest from 2011 that is old news. He done moved on with his life, probably served time in prison, or probably he never even did no time in prison because it's old news. Probably it was thrown out. Where's the context? No context. And this is what I'm saying. Notice, nobody gave context. Nobody told you anything in regards to, did he serve time in prison? And first of all, what does this have to do with the case? This has absolutely nothing to do with this situation. So why are people entertaining it? Because they want to promote hate. That's why.
Has this. So I'm asking you now to share this video.
Notice the troll that's in the comments that been name calling all day. He says, our hatred is justified. Do you see what I mean? Black racist right there. That's what you call a black racist. If y'all want to join on that thing, yeah, let me tell you something. With all of the blacks that are joining in this racist attempt to make it seem like y'all doing something noble and good, if there was a race war right now, like in today's day, you would die. You would die. You know why? Because we technically don't even get along. We're going to turn on each other eventually. This selective outrage that you guys have right now, it's short-lived. If another story break out tomorrow, everybody forgot about Carmelo. Everybody forgot about Carmelo. If a new story break out tomorrow, big news, white man stabs black teen in the heart. And it's so similar to oh my goodness. You'll see all of these content creators talking about that story. They'll forget about Carmelo. It'll a whole new video. Now it's a white racist attacked a black teen. That's how they're going to look at it now. Another story to use to perpetuate more hate, violence, and racism. That's how they move. You viewers that view the content got to stop being emotional. A lot of you are even watching me because you came from other people's platforms that hate me. Listen to me and listen to me carefully. Rather than you wasting your energy hating me, understand the game of how social media work. Content creators that are banding with Carmelo are doing what they're doing for a check. Primarily. They know more people will be on their side than my side. Think about this. By me taking the stand that I'm taking, do you really think I'm going to get a ton of views? No. Do you think I'm going to gain subscribers? No. Do you think I'm going to make money? No. The ones who is making the money are the ones making the most views. Always follow the money. Go to the content creators' platforms, look at the views, look at the numbers, and do the math. Whoever is getting the most views concerning this topic is the one making the most money. And when you do the math and do the research, You know what side is making all the money? The people that are banning with Carmelo. The people that are banning with Carmelo are making all the money. Go look at their platforms and look at how many videos they've made about the Carmelo Anthony situation. Count how many videos. Count how many times they went live. Count how many times they made uploads. Look at how many times they kept talking about the same story over and over and over and over. They repeat the same thing every day. Why? Get those Cash Apps, get those Super Chats, get those Vimos, get those PayPals. That's all they're doing. That's all they're doing. If you take away the Cash App, take away the Venmo, take away this, take away that, there's no live streams. They won't even go live at all. I'm just telling you the facts, guys. Listen to the tape.
To everybody. I want this video on everybody FYP.
Why would you want this video on everybody's platform? Why? 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 Because you want a new narrative to be spun. You want us to focus on the father? He's not going to jail for nothing. The father is not going to jail for anything. Why are you even doing that? What about your criminal history? Because I could just look at you and tell that you have felonies. I could look at you and tell that you did dirt and served time in prison. You ain't no clean-cut dude. We could look right through you. I'm telling you. Somebody, please, go out there and find that dude's file, bro. Send me his paperwork. Send me his paperwork so I can air him out on social media the same way. The same measure you judge, I'm going to judge you, dog. Somebody's going to send me your file, and I'm telling you, I'm going to air it all out, bro. I'm going to air it all out. All you content creators that talk ish, air out your so-called file. Air out your arrest record, all your criminal past. Air it out so we can all know who you are. Because once we find that out, let's make videos about your past. Let's make videos about your criminal history. Because guess what? You are clearly evil, just like the people you trying to throw under the bus. Because if we're going to focus on the father and say, oh, yeah, the father did this, the father did that, you know, his sons are this, his sons are that, then guess what? All of you so-called black felons that are on YouTube, guess what? You ain't shit either. You know why? Because you have a criminal history. All you felons that can't get no damn job, guess what? You ain't shit. And your kids ain't shit either. You know why? Because they're going to be just like you, which means if you're a felon and you're wicked and you sold drugs, that means your kids are going to sell drugs just like you. Why? Because you're a felon. So guess what? If you're out here putting out this type of narrative, then guess what? We could do the same on you. So all black men, ladies, listen to me very carefully. All black men that have criminal history, criminal past, felonies, don't date them. Don't do business with them. Don't support them. Don't do anything with them. Because you know why? They're no good. If we're going to say the father's no good and the father's fake and the father's responsible for everything, then why would you ladies want to get with a black man that got a criminal past? Why would you want to date a man that sold drugs? Why would you want to date a man that was in the hood trapping? Why would you want to get with a man like that murdered somebody? Why would you want to date a black man that murdered someone, came out of prison doing a bid, and now you want to date him? That's a red flag. He might murder you too. Why would you waste your time? It don't make no sense, fam. You know? All these people do is name call all day. Y'all can name call all you want. Carmelo going to prison. And there ain't nothing you could do. And the content creators, like I told you, ladies and gentlemen, all they're focusing on is this. Getting that payment, that paper. That's it. They don't care about Carmelo. This is just about running the numbers up, get that check. Keep those emotions going in you to keep you tuning in, viewing. As long as they, listen, people, I'm giving you the game. Some of y'all are just not paying attention. The content creator's job is to keep you tuning in by playing on those emotions that keep you interested in the story. So if they could keep you filled with hate, if they could keep you being a racist, you will keep watching them and they will continue to make money. It is not about justice. It is not about the truth. It's about a bag. That's all it's about. Once you understand that, you'll recognize the tactics and the methods of these content creators. Even the guy right there on the screen, he's just trying to build followers. That's why he says, hey, I'm the one who broke the story. I did it first before every content creator. No news media shared this because it's not important. This man's past is not important.
You see, the more people that sees this, it creates support for Anthony.
Do you see that? So the more people that see the father's 2011 arrest, that's going to create more support for Carmelo? That's crazy. That don't even make no sense. But that's how sick ninjas are. What else are they going to do? Find his mother's criminal history and say the whole family was criminals and all of that? Go to the average black family. Go to the hood and go to the average black household and pull up Big Mama's records. Pull up Daddy's records. Pull up all her sons' criminal history. See, all of a sudden, nobody don't want to talk now. But see, this is how it is. Like I said, people could talk about me all day on YouTube. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? They could talk. All they doing is sending all their people over here to look at me. That's all they're doing. You can say whatever you want. I'm going to always stand for what's right. You know what I mean? When Jordan Neely got killed by the white boy, I was the one on the front line case telling the world that the white boy's supposed to go to prison. I was the one teaching that truth. You know what I mean? When Sonia got pretty much shot in the face by the white officer, I was the one on YouTube making content, bringing her justice because of the racist cop. But because I'm talking about this story, you got these damn bastards on YouTube talking ish about me, talking ish about all these other brothers. No, the truth is, the majority of us content creators on YouTube that understand that Carmelo is guilty, we're intelligent black men. And all of you damn lazy ass content creators that talk ish, you're just mad because you're not on our level. That's what it is. Jealousy, hate. You're mad. You're mad. You're mad. It's just that simple. You're mad and you're jealous. Bottom line. You know? You got this damn animal on the screen promoting this garbage from 2011. This is old news. This is not relevant. Nobody's going to jail over that.
Because the narrative needs to be changed. I honestly think in my heart of hearts that those boys wouldn't be the boys they are if it wasn't for this clown.
Do you see what he just did? Well, if that's the case, black ladies, to all the women, you heard what he just said? He basically blamed the father for his sons. His sons are honor students. His sons are into sports. His sons don't got no issues. But he's making it look like they got an issue. In no police report has it been said that the young boys were violent, bullies, that they did this or did that. It's in no report. But black people are spreading gossip, spreading rumors. Oh yeah, you know, Carmelo, he was bullied. Carmelo was bullied. No, Carmelo was not bullied. If Carmelo was being bullied, why he ain't leave? Y'all acting like these are damn near little kids. He is 17 years old. How the hell you gonna tell me you being bullied at 17 years old? 17 years old in school? Are you kidding me, fam? And listen, you telling me that at the age of 17, you in school crying, worrying about some damn person bullying you, and you ain't punch him in his face? You bugging out, bro. Y'all acting like these damn young men are little kids. Like they're 5 years old, and oh, he's being bullied. These are young men. Young men with a lot of aggression, a lot of testosterone. There will be a big ass fight in that damn bleachers, man. You bugging. Ain't nobody gonna talk about, oh, I'm being bullied. I'm being bullied. So you know what? I'm gonna stab him in his heart because I'm just so scared. I'm so scared for my life. I'm being bullied. That's how you trying to paint the black man? So you telling me that the black man is soft? Are you telling me that the white man is so strong that he had to bully the black into submission? That's what you trying to tell me? You trying to tell me that Carmelo is such a pussy that he sat there and allowed the white boy to bully him because he couldn't do nothing about it? Is that what you telling me? Are you telling me that black men in America are so weak that the white man got so much strength that he can overpower you and you gotta use a knife to defend yourself? Is that what you telling me? Damn. This is crazy, bro. This is crazy. So you want me to believe that the black man is this weak? This is the image y'all putting on black men? That black men are this weak? That Carmelo was being bullied? That's not going to play out in court. Not when you have a whole crowd of people. No, bullied? I'm being bullied. Okay, where is that? It's not in the report. Ain't nobody was bullied. You had a guy that pulled out a knife, brought a knife to an event it don't belong at. Why? Because he wanted to use it. He wanted to use the knife. Not in self-defense, because he's a coward. Because he couldn't put up them hands. He couldn't fight. He's a damn coward. Now he going to prison. And all of you ninjas that are mad, siding with him, I want to see when the next black on black crime happen, how many of you ninjas are going to be there to support that black man. When we hear of the next killing, matter of fact, I'm going to start to do a heck of a lot of content of ninjas killing ninjas. I'm going to do a lot of content of black men killing black men. And I'm going to see how many of these damn content creators going to talk about those stories. They ain't going to talk about a damn thing. They ain't even going to mention it. I'm going to find every story of black men killing women, black men killing black men killing babies. I'm going to find all the stories I can, and I'm going to post them every damn day. Every day, I'm going to post them. Watch. I'm going to show you ninjas. I'm going to show you how much crime the black man commit every single day. And these ninjas on social media don't have nothing to say about it. You mad? You got content creators mad at me. They mad at Anton Daniels. They mad at Officer Tatum. They mad at Charleston White. They mad at what's that fresh and fit guy? They mad at him. They mad at they mad at anybody that's having any sense of intelligence. And I don't even have to agree with all you damn ninjas on YouTube. But right is right and wrong is wrong. And Carmelo is a murderer. And y'all over there trying to make it seem like he innocent. He going to prison, dog. He's going to prison. And when they read that verdict, I'm telling you, it's going to shake YouTube. It's going to shake social media, bro. It's going to shake it. This is crazy, man. Let me read out these super chats real fast. Shout out to Moretta for the 10. Appreciate you. Said much blessings. Appreciate you sponsoring the show. Shout out to Mason for the 20. Says this is why white America believes we don't have a race problem. Wait. This is why white America believes we don't have a race problem, but a problem race. And in this situation, I understand their POV, their point of view. This is beyond disturbing and demonic activities that our community is engaging in. Yeah, and I'm going to do another video later on where you had this black dude that was debating this white guy. I'm going to do a video about that. And it was about something, I think, with that situation that Trump removed, that black people got upset. I forgot it was DUI. I don't know what the hell it is. Something regarding that mess, right? And they were debating that, and basically the white boy, not the white boy, it was a grown man. He pretty much said, he was talking about the crime in the black community. And what happened is the educated black man couldn't respond. He couldn't respond to his debating. And it was beautiful. I have to do a video on it. Let me see. Shout out to Mason again for another 10 on the super chat. Says, especially, let me get you thunder. Says, especially given that white men have bowed down to their women, and now black people are defending a narrative that puts us beneath them. They've never been our superiors. They just had the tech. And see, this is exactly what black people are doing. When they defend Carmelo, what they're saying is that black men are weak, that black men have to use a knife because they're being bullied by white people. So the narrative that's being put out there is that in order for us black folk to get any sort of justice, we have to kill white people because we're not intelligent enough to outsmart them. We're not intelligent or skilled enough to do them in terms of tech, in terms of skills. We're just so beneath them. And that's what this says. When y'all push this narrative of Carmelo being bullied, you know how weak you make black men look? Imagine a black man from the hood talking about he was being bullied. Do you hear black men in the hood talking about that? Do you hear black men in the hood talking about, yeah, I was being bullied? Nah. If a bully tried you, he got his teeth punched out. You know what I mean? All of us may have had a bully in school try us, but once they tried, we dealt with that issue right then and then with our hands. You know what I mean? We didn't go get a gun and a knife. So for Carmelo to take out a knife and kill this dude, that's pure hate. You know what I mean? And y'all all trying to spin it like this dude was so weak. Like, oh, he only weighed this amount of weight and he only made... Man, y'all trying to make... If he know that, why the hell he in this dude's face? If Carmelo is so weak and so inferior, why would he be in the face of the white boy who's bigger than him? Why would he be in his face? Why? Because he knew he had that knife. He knew he had that knife, and he knew the white boy didn't have no weapon. But ninjas, they're going to continue to support these animals, bro. They're going to continue to support it. Let's go.
That's why I say Anthony needs to be released on his own recognizance, and this clown needs to take his fucking place.
Why we need to put the father in prison when he may have already done served time for the charge that he got in 2011? Why would this black ninja suggest that Carmelo get out of prison and the father go in prison? Because that's how social media work. They paint these narratives, they sensationalize the story and make us look at the father as if though he's committing SA acts on children. Because this is what the same guy was doing. He have other videos on his TikTok where he was suggesting that the father SA'd his sons. That's what he was doing. Believe it or not, that same guy right there on his TikTok have videos alleging that the father was SAing his son. And that's why they turned out the way they turned out, even though there's no evidence of the kids turning out any other way. His kids have great grades and they're into sports. How much better can it get? You see what I mean? But this animal right here is suggesting the worst possible thing. Now, again, to all the black women, don't date black men that got felonies, that got criminal history, that sell drugs. Because if you date them and you have kids with them, your children might end up selling drugs too. Your children might end up selling drugs or even using drugs. Then what? Which one is going to be? Because if we're going to go by someone's past, then hey, we got to hold all black men to that same standard now. All black men got to be held to the standard that is being presented here. If we're going to look at the father of Austin and condemn him and shame him because of his past, then let's shame all black men that have felonies, criminal histories, drug dealers, killers, and shooters. Let's shame them. And ladies, don't date them, don't mate with them, don't have children with them, don't do a damn thing with them. They're animals. Why would you want to do that? You know, it is what it is, man. So it is what it is, guys. I want to get up on out of here, man. I made a pre-recorded video. Also, you may want to check that out too in the video section, but I wanted to go live as well to talk about this situation. This guy right here on the screen is a clown. He's not even making any sense. Anybody that would go in the past to try to find dirt on the father is a sick person. The father, whether he did whatever he did in the past, is the past, man. We're talking about 2011. Where the fuck you were in 2011? Half of you ninjas that are on YouTube right now.
I told you that when I came back.
Half of you ninjas that are on YouTube right now, in 2011, you were in prison. Most of you ninjas on YouTube probably right now making videos. In 2011, you were in prison. So you were in prison, but you have the nerve to talk about the father. See, I don't got no damn dirt. You know what I mean? I ain't never been to no prison, never been arrested, never been charged with anything, never had no handcuffs on me. You know why? Because I'm not a damn ninja. That's why. I'm not a savage or an animal. I don't got those problems. I follow the law. You know? And always remember, ladies, when it comes to these black men out here, they glorify violence, they glorify prison, they glorify that. Anytime they do content, they always want to talk about when they were in the penitentiary, when they were out there on the yard, when they were this. Half of these guys got plugged in prison. Half of these guys were taking wood in prison. Half of these guys were literally washing other men's drawers in prison. You know what I mean? Don't let them fool you now. Half of these dudes lost their manhood in prison. They ain't gonna tell you the real. They not gonna keep it a buck with you. Half of these dudes had other men slide up in them in the penitentiary. That's a fact. That's a fact. They're gonna deny it. They're gonna deny it. Listen, over 80% of the men that go into the penitentiary been tried. Y'all better recognize that, fam. Always recognize that, fam, because they're gonna lie to you. I remember OG Percy, he made a video a while back, and he was like, you could go into the pen, be the toughest ninja, the stockiest ninja, it doesn't matter. If 7 dudes pull up and they wanna fuck you, they gonna fuck you, dog. Ain't nothing you gonna do about it. Nothing. So when you see these gangsters on YouTube talking about how tough they are in the pen, they lying to you. They lying. You got 8 dudes pull up on you in the penitentiary to take your damn butt. They taking it, bro. Ain't nothing you gonna do. Nothing. You know what I mean? That's real talk. You know what I mean? Go check out OG Percy. He talked about that in a video a while back. Had a lot of people thinking, because he was like, yo, you could be as gangster as you want to be. He talked about how all these dudes out here acting all gangster like they all tough. Go to the damn penitentiary and have a bunch of ninjas in there try you. It's either they, listen, if they want to take your butt, they going to take it. If they want to take your money, they going to take it. If they want to take your damn shoes, they going to take it. They going to take anything they want to take if they gang up on you. You know what I mean? That's why when you go into the pen, you got to link up with different groups. That's why dudes got to join gangs. That's why they have to get linked up with different ninjas. Why? For protection. Why? Because if you roll solo, if you try to stay by yourself in the pen, you're going to die. That's why. You're going to die. So you got to be gang affiliated to be safe. You know? That's how it is, fam. That's how it is. But hey, they're going to say whatever they got to say about me, dog. You know how that go. So it is what it is, gang. I'm going to get up on out of here, man. Got to take care of some business. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. See, when I do content like this, dog, it's some of the best content ever, man. It's not going to get all the support. It's not going to get all the views because it's the truth. It's the truth. Always remember that. Look at the facts, weigh the evidence. Look at the facts and weigh the evidence. You can't judge a man by saying, oh, his kids are bad because of his father's prison record. No, You could focus on the father and say, well, the father probably did dirt back in the day. It is what it is. Sometimes you have black men that have criminal histories and they still are affected by their history today. You got black men that sold drugs back in the day and they're out of prison and they still sell drugs or they still do dirt. Same way. So it all depends on the circumstances. This particular father changed his whole life. You know, he don't live with his kids. And I told you that in my first video. I told you the father don't live with his sons. They lived with the mom. You know what I mean? The mom and the father were separated. I told you this in the beginning videos. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, what they're doing to this man right now is wrong, man. How you trying to make the sons out to be bullies and gangsters because of the father's arrest record in 2011? How sick could you be? Anyway, guys, I'm gonna get up on out of here, man. Rate, comment, and subscribe. It is what it is. I gotta go take care of some business, right? Anytime you speak this truth, fam, everybody gonna hate you, fam. And we already know black people hate me. The real raccoons are the people who support Carmelo, because that's the equivalent of supporting Barabbas. Barabbas was a killer. And guess what? When they told the people, who do you want us to release from prison? Barabbas or Jesus Christ? They said free Barabbas. And guess what they're saying on social media? Free Carmelo, a man who murdered another teen. When it's black on black crime, do you see anybody saying free Pookie, free Ray Ray? You don't see nobody saying these things in the hood. They never do, because nobody cares. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Ringo TV Reactions, the #1 reactionary channel on YouTube, hands down. Catch you in the next video. I'm out, y'all. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/Ringo TV Raw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw.
This is Ringo TV Reactions, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.